Okay, once section one is done, you've got all the laptops ready to be inventoried and imaged. You've got really the more less straightforward of the task to go do. So set up 10 laptops in a row. It says on the first thing, note it's best if you do it by bag number, which would require some sorting by the person in section 1 as they're getting those ready. So you've got stacks of 10 would make it really easy for you to do it. Because you're going to be doing the labels in sets of 10s, you're going to be imaging in sets of 10s, you're going to be inventorying in sets of 10. So it'd be best to get those laptops and do them in sets of 10. So set up 10 laptops in a row, boot all 10 and hit the F12 key and choose or wait for it to do the next part in the NIC. So, so you booted them, hit F12, then you're going to go to the dashboard and you're going to go to the group that you're doing. We're going to assume that you're doing 2019 with this particular one. So I'm going to go to group 2019 and I'm going to go to basic tasks and I'm going to go to advanced and I'm going to go to hardware inventory. And then I'm going to say shut down. That's important. After you do the inventory, you want them to shut down, and then you're going to go here and say create hardware task. Now you've got a task for all the ones to do that are currently in this group to do a hardware inventory. So now you're going to go over and say boot to NIC. All of them that you've got ready, just 10 of them, are going to do a complete inventory and shut down. So that's the first thing you're doing. Once you're done, once they've all shut down, you're going to come back over here. You're going to, I'm still in task management. I'm going to click the top check mark and I'm going to go down here and say cancel all selected tasks so that they're empty. Why is that? You're going to kind of keep going back in here and canceling everything that didn't go because it's easier than trying to find the 10 that you're doing. Just say inventory them all, let the 10 inventory, and then cancel the task. So that's what I just did. So delete all hardware inventory tasks that are there after the laptops shut down, which is what I just did. Okay, now they're all inventoried. And here's what inventory means and what this is doing for us. I'm just going to show you. So if I go to one of the machines, one of the student machines, I'm going to go to this one, and I go to inventory, it's got an inventory. But if I go, oh, that's an 18, not a 19. I'm going to go to another one. And I'm going to go to this one, and I'm going to go to inventory. And in this case, there is no inventory. So some of them are inventoried and in Fog, and some of them are not. And I need that to be inventoried because I'm going to copy the system serial number into our database in the next step. So the first thing we did was inventory them all to make sure they don't show up with no results. And that's what we just did here. Now we're going to hit F12 again, get them ready to boot to NIC. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to go to group. I'm going to do 2019 again, assuming we're doing, that's the class we're doing. This time I don't even have to go into it. I can click the down arrow and say deploy. I want it to keep going, so I'm not going to say shut down. I'm going to say create deploy task. So now, if I go to task management, I have every single one of the computers saying they're going to image. But I'm only imaging 10, right? So basically what it says here is delete all imaging tasks that are inactive. That's the next step. So I'm going to have a bunch of them on here, 10 of them once they get going, that are going to have green bars underneath them that they're imaging. So I'm going to go and hit select all, and the ones that are imaging, I'm going to unselect those 10. I don't know if that's 10, we'll presume it is. And then I'm going to go down to the bottom and say cancel selected tasks. So the only thing I have left is the 10 that are imaging. Now, while they're still imaging, I'm going to go through, I'm going to close this for me, and I'm going to go to the name, and I'm going to hit the center mouse button so that they all open up in new tabs up top, the 10 that I'm going to do. I do that. And then I'm going to go down here, and on each of them, I'm going to hit inventory, and you can see no inventory. None of them will be like this, obviously. Let's see if any of them have an inventory, which is why we're doing the inventory first, because we quick imaged most of them as we were getting them ready in the middle of the school year and did not do complete inventory. So let's assume we're doing one that has a real inventory. I'm going to go and pick up so this one's got an inventory. Okay, so we're going to go down here, and one of the things in your project number 6 is a link to the 2019 high school laptop issues. You're going to have this checklist, high school laptop issues, a Excel file that you need to download to the computer that you're on, and a fonts file you need to download and install on the computer that you're on. So I've got that laptop issue log open right here, and none of them have support IDs in them. So I'm going to go and I'm going to take that support ID right here, system serial number. I'm going to copy that with Control C. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to drop it in there. And you can see once I drop it in the support ID, it changed all that stuff over there as well. Now, once I've got 10 of them done, I'm going to do the next step. So I'm going to go back to the checklist here. So right-click after the laptop is imaging and open them in a new tab. Once the room is finished and laptops are joined to the network, you can log on as yourself, delete all the remaining tasks. So once they're all done, all of them are done. You don't have to do it like I just did it, but you can. Once they're all done, you can click on there and cancel all the remaining tasks, and they will all go away. So you're back to a clean slate again. I shouldn't have closed that one. So then it says right-click on the laptop, copy, verify, and we're copying because I've deleted all the inventories on here to make sure you're copying in the current one. The inventory of each laptop into the laptop inventory Google Doc with this, which is this one. In fact, you know what I'll do here? I'll go and make that a link so that if you don't have it open, you can just open it there. Okay. Once the spreadsheet is up to date, copy over the laptops that have just been imaged to the label spreadsheet and print labels only for those images. So this is the label spreadsheet here. This is what it looks like. It has a label one and a data one. And what that's talking about is you're going to go here to your spreadsheet and you're going to copy 10 of them. You're going to hit Control C to copy. You're going to go over here and you're going to paste those in there. I only got 9 apparently, but we'll pretend I got 10. They should all have serial numbers in here, and then it's going to fill that all out. So then we're going to print this sheet, which has, if I go to print preview here, you'll see what it looks like. It is the scan sheet that goes on the bag on the laptop, and this is the one that goes underneath the battery. So you're going to print this on the waterproof labels. Then you're going to print another copy on paper. You're going to put the paper copy on the box that they're going into when you're all done, so that we know what's in each one of the boxes. So you're going to do those 10 at a time, and you're going to put them in the box 10 at a time. If you go out of order because something gets messed up, that's fine as long as you reorder the other thing so that you get 10 at a time, because the last thing we want is 9. We want 10 every single time that you print this out for the labels and when you print it out for the sheet. So that's why Garrett really suggested that you get them in order first. It makes it way easier for you. Okay, so place the labels on the bag, the laptop, and under the battery if one doesn't exist under the battery, or on the bottom of the laptop if one under the battery already exists. While labeling laptops, make sure the bag number corresponds with the label and the service tag corresponds to the label. Those should all match. There should be no way they're wrong because you just inventoried it through the system. Once all they're imaged, labeled, place them back in the bag, label the box with the plain sheet of paper, and repeat until you are complete. And that is the imaging and inventory step. You may need to watch this again. Again, all these things are in this one. You can view and edit the checklist. You can view and edit the, well, you have to edit the issue. The label to print, you can just download that file. As with the font, all you have to do is right-click on the font file, and then it'll say, do you want to install, or it says install this font. You install it on whatever computer you're on, and then it'll be able to print these out just like this. Without it, it won't show the scanner part of the file. So that is it for inventorying and labeling the laptops as you go.